All right, here we go. Video tutorial on a 2000 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4.0. It also includes a 2002 or 99 4.0 Jeep Grand Cherokee. This is a video tutorial on the water pump, and I don't know yet how I'm going to do it, but I'm probably going to end up doing a tutorial on the harmonic balancer, which just sits right below that. So in this case, I've already lost my harmonic balancer. I don't know if you can see it all the way down there or not. It's bare metal. It's actually right here, touching it. And I took off my belt. Luckily there was no damage. And I also got to do my freeze plugs on this. So then I'm going to start out with the water pump. Probably would be helpful if I remove the fan shroud. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the water pump first. There is a key right here on the radiator. Actually, right there, if you can see it. See the stream coming out of it? Reach up in there and you turn it lefty loosey, so you should open it up. I did put a hose on there to catch everything on the bucket, but it's not working. So there are multiple drain pans right here catching the coolant, and I'll go ahead and try to remove this water pump. See what happens. Okay, so if you try to turn this and loosen it, it's gonna wanna turn, right? What we're gonna do is we're gonna pry this. Right over here. And then we're gonna pull it. There goes one bolt right there. We're gonna try to go a different way about it this time. And we're gonna make sure that here we go. Okay, that one's loose. On to the next one. You can use this long screwdriver or a pry bar or something that you can fit on this pulley. That one's loose. Here goes the next one. And that one's loose. Take my air ratchet, take those off. There's one. Two. And if you do have a fan clutch on it, of course you got to take the fan clutch off, but this one I just got. This one I just got a electric fan, so I don't have to worry about that. Put my screws some play safe. Hope it comes right out like this. And then we're gonna have, I think, probably about 4 or 5 screws on this. We got one here. We got one here. And there is a real hard one to get to on the bottom. So we'll use our 3/8 extension for that one. Let me see if I can find it. Now if we take a mirror, you actually see one bolt right there. Let's wipe this off a little bit. Ugh. Okay, you see a bolt right there. There's one right there, and then there's another one right over there. So you one there and one there. Okay, so you got a mirror, a bolt at, let's say, right about 5 o'clock, another one at 4 o'clock, and there might possibly be another one at right in here, right about 10 o'clock or maybe even 9 o'clock. Right there, there's one right there. I'm touching it right now. So that one's going to be a different size than all the other ones. I think that might be even a 15. But I'm using a 1/2-inch socket instead of 13 millimeter. You also need a 1/2-inch socket for the pulley, but this a 13 millimeter for the pulley. But I used a 1/2-inch, so it worked out all right. I'm going to go ahead and loosen all these guys up right here. There's another one. I'm using my mirror. Using my mirror to there's that goddamn socket right there. Let's see if I can line that thing up. All right, see you. Okay, I think I just got one more. That one, and then that big one. Here's show me right here on top on this. Let's see if I can try it off. Nope, still one more in there. Trying right here. Trying right over here. Got the water pump right there. Got up against that exhaust bolt. See just a little bit of movement right there. Still on there. So I finally got it loose. There it is right there. Try to move this pan over a little bit more. Still got some coolant in there. Okay, I still got this clamp right here that I need to take off. I'm going to do that. Alright, got that out. Okay, what I can do with this is I can do that and then take a screwdriver and put it in here and just gently pry on one side and then twist the hose as I hold the water pump, and that's gonna get it to detach from that. Now, after I do that, I'm also gonna do my thermostat housing. And that was easy. There's two bolts, one here and the one down here. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Where the hell did that other bolt go? Well, it's somewhere in there. Probably this one right here. Probably that one. Just a lot of junk and stuff attached to that. Go ahead and clean that up, and then we'll take a look at it. And we want to do our thermostat too. Apparently I forgot one more thing, and that was this. The top hose right there needs to come out. So I'm going to disconnect that. That's going to this tube. And it's going over to my heater core. I'm going to use a pair of needle nose. I might just even take this eyelet pulley off, because it's got to be cleaned up anyways. I'll just go ahead and take that off. Alright, here we go. There it is. I don't like the way that looks anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and clean it. Because the coolant has dripped onto the belt and it's created some of the particles from the belt to stick on here. So it's just squealing, so I'm going to go ahead and clean that up with some sandpaper or a putty knife and get that nice and clean. Alright, here we go. Try to grab this sucker right here. It'll be a pain. Somehow I gotta get it out of there. Either pure nose or a clamp remover or a pair of pliers. It's gotta come out somehow. So. on this whole time. I didn't realize it. Let's go ahead and separate this. There it is. All right, here we go. And this is that hose right here. We had to disconnect. I was able to take a pair of needle nose and just squeeze that over. Now, if this is real soft, you want to go ahead and replace it, but I might replace it, I might not, I'm not sure yet. All right, and there's that. And here's where it's leaking from. There should be a weep hole right there. Right over here, it's real hard to see. Right here in the seal is where it's going to be leaking, and it should not be wet in there, and obviously it is wet. So some water pumps have a weep hole down here or somewhere around here. This one is that seal right there. So all right, there's the water pump. Next, we're going to do our thermostat. I might just wait till last to do that. But since I got this open right here, I'm gonna go ahead and do my harmonic balancer. I'm gonna clean this area up with a buffing wheel. This surface right here that I'm touching with the flashlight, the buffing wheel, or a razor blade even, or a putty knife. And try not to get anything in there. You can put a rag in there if you want to stop anything from falling in there. You don't have to, but it is adjusted. And there's my good old freeze plug down there leaking also, so that's gonna be done this weekend also. It's not gonna be fun, but I gotta do it. All right, so what I did here was I took a pair of pliers and I squeezed that clamp, and with the screwdriver in the back side at the same time I lifted it because it barely opens up. Slid it off. It's about 1.5 inches fitting right here. I'm gonna go ahead and take this hose off for the red thermostat. I just put it aside, and then I also disconnected the sensor right here. It's a temperature sensor, and all it is a little tap and the squeeze, and you see it release. Don't fight it. If you have to clean it up, just get that. You should be able to feel that tap, letting it go, and then pull it. Don't break it. I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze this one. Take this upper thermostat housing hose off. That was easier for me to work on the thermostat housing. Okay, here's how I did this one. This long pair of channel locks. You can see the clamp moving. Push it all the way back and let it go. Okay, and you see this sock right here. Just pull it back, get it out of your way. It's actually only supposed to be one, but what I did is new one came with one of these, so I just doubled it up just to protect it from rubbing up against anything. All right, and I'm gonna take a screwdriver and I'm gonna pry behind here gently all the way around. I'm gonna twist it and get it off. All right, here I am, get the screwdriver back there. I get over here a little bit. Okay. Back over here a little bit. Okay. I'm going to twist this hose. Just gently. There she goes. Came off. Alright, put that aside. Now I'm going to find this bolt. And there should be another bolt underneath it. I'm going to clean it up and take that thermostat housing off. Okay, found the second bolt. The first one's right here where my thumb's at. Second one's right here. Okay, there it is. Got it. The thermostat should pop out right now. There it is. And the thermostat just fell down there. Great. Okay. Okay, so when we put this on, we're gonna clean this gasket off of here, and we're gonna clean this area right here where the housing goes. And there's only one way this is gonna fit. It can't fit this way. It's got to be fit that way. And that's the way we're gonna put it on. We'll put 2 bolts on, reconnect 1-2 hoses on there, and make sure there's this bourbon hose right here is good, doesn't feel soft, still hard, not dry rotted. If not, we're gonna find another 3/4 inch hose. I believe it was 3/4, it might be 5/8, and we'll go ahead and put a new one on there. And so right now, really, we got is cleaning up this area, cleaning up. You can see I got a rag down there, and I'm gonna start from the bottom and work my way down. And in the end, I'm gonna have to remove that rag and to be able to clean it. But I already did the top, so I won't have to worry about anything falling in there. And that's it for now.